Hi! Let me tell you about books that I read in August. The first book that I read was The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. I wanted to read this one because I read The Spell Shop by her last year and I enjoyed that one very much. This one also has a very cute cover, just as the first one had. Now, The Enchanted Greenhouse is about Turlu, and Turlu was this woman who worked at this library containing some magic books as well, and she used magic to create a sentient spider plant, and she did this because she was quite lonely and she was looking for companionship. But it is not allowed for regular people to use magic in the system that is in place here, so she was punished, and her punishment was that she was turned into a statue, and the statue was placed inside the library as a warning to other people working there that they were not allowed to use magic. Now, as we know from the previous book, there has been an uprising, but Turlu doesn't know that she has been turned into a statue, and she suddenly comes to life again, or comes to flesh again, I guess, in a forest. And it is snowing there, it's very cold, and she doesn't know what has happened. And then she discovers slowly that she is on this island where it is snowing, of course, and there is this enchanted greenhouse, and there is a gardener as well. I don't want to talk too much about this one because this one is cozy fantasy, and cozy fantasy usually means that there aren't like a lot of huge plot twists going about. So a lot of this book is about the feelings in there, the vibes that it is giving off, and as a cozy fantasy it works really well, because that is definitely what it was. It was very cozy, it was very sweet to read, as I was expecting, because the Spell Shop was too. I have to say though that I did like the Spell Shop better, maybe because it was a surprise to me how much I enjoyed that one. While this one is very good as well, and I definitely had fun reading this one, I would say that the first one was a bit better. But that might just be my opinion. It might also be because in the first one, the main character was someone who did not really like to be interrupted by people, which I identify with a lot more than in this one, where the main character actually really wants to meet people and wants to be a lot more extroverted. Then I read Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. This one I read because I wanted to read a really good thriller. And when I'm looking up thrillers or reading about thrillers that I haven't read yet, this one is always in like the top 10 or something. It is said that you have to read this one. So first off, this is about a female artist. And one day she is found with her husband's dead body. Her husband has been shot several times. And she is next to him with her wrists cut open. So sorry if that is a bit intense, but you know, thrillers are intense. And then it is said that she killed her husband, or the police suspect so, but she is not talking anymore. And at first they think that this might be a trick to escape being imprisoned, but then they figure, because she keeps not talking, because she keeps silent, that it is definitely psychiatric condition, so she is put in this medical ward. And this book is written from the point of view from one of the psychoanalysts, someone who is trying to get this artist talking again and to figure out what actually happened that fateful night. Now, honestly, my hopes might have been a bit high because I had seen this one everywhere, actually, and it didn't deliver for me. The problem for me was that I figured everything out in, well, like the first 50 to 100 pages, I'd say, of this book. I definitely knew where this was going, which was a shame because everything in this book is a build up to the magnificent twist at the end. And I do think that if you don't see it coming, that this is a really, really good twist. So I would definitely recommend it to people who enjoy this kind of literature. But for me, it was quite a letdown because of that. And yeah, too bad. My next book was a reread of The Tempest by William Shakespeare. I am trying to reread all the plays by William Shakespeare, and I felt like reading The Tempest because it takes place on an island and I was still feeling in like a holiday mood. Now, I have to say that I wasn't too happy with this one either, actually. It's not bad or anything, I still enjoyed the Shakespearean language in here, and there are some beautiful lines that you could definitely use as quotes for your life and stuff like that. But the thing with this one is that there is a lot going on in quite a short play, and I felt like there was too much going on and none of it was really worked out that well. It is all actually about Prospero. Prospero was like the Duke of Naples, I believe, and he and his daughter were exiled because his brother wanted to take his place and he was in cahoots with like the king or the prince or whatever. And Prospero and his daughter Miranda ended up on this island where they met original inhabitants. On the one hand, you have Ariel, who is this spirit, this friendly spirit who wants to help. He has magic. But he is enslaved by Prospero to do his bidding, although Prospero keeps promising him his freedom. And then on the other hand, there was the other original inhabitant, which was Caliban. And Caliban is more of a savage creature. At moments, he is portrayed as definitely a savage, and at other moments, you do feel kind of sorry for him because he also is enslaved, but he is treated very badly and he is called names all the time and things like that. So part of this is definitely a stab at colonialism or a view of colonialism, which was a subject in and of itself, and quite weird to have this put in here in these 88 pages, in which also Prospero, with the magic of Ariel and his own magic, makes a ship crash on which the king, prince, and his brother and a lot of other people are, and they end up on his island so he can control them and manipulate them. And we get all these different storylines, like the prince falling in love with Miranda and the king thinking that he has lost his son, and then these other people who want to usurp the king and take his place and everything like that. So there is so much going on, and a lot of it felt like a bit of cheap boiling downs of original Shakespeare plays, because this is one of the last ones that he ever wrote, and it felt like a bit of an anthology maybe of everything. Everything was just thrown in there and it was too much in too little time. So not my favorite. Next I read The Bee Sting by Paul Murray. Now this one took me a lot of time to get into. It starts off very slowly. It is about this family unit. You have a dad, a mother, a daughter, and a son. And in the beginning, you have these really long chapters, and each chapter is told from the point of view of one of these family members. And if I say long chapters, I'm talking like 100-page chapters. And this family gets hit by the financial crisis. The dad owns a Volkswagen dealership, and that goes bust, I think. And everyone is suffering in consequence because the family dynamics are torn apart. So the daughter feels like she has only a way of escaping by going to like university, and the little boy doesn't really understand everything that is going on, and he feels lost and as if he has no one to talk to anymore. The father has it very difficult mentally, and the wife starts falling out of love with her husband because of everything that is going on and all the pressure that is on this family and this household. But as I said, it was quite difficult to get into at first. However, it is called The Bee Sting for a reason. This book has a very specific structure and it speeds up. So it's slow at the start and then it starts moving faster and faster. And that made it a lot better as well. In the end, I did enjoy reading this book. I thought it was really well written. If you are into contemporary fiction and if you are into family dynamics and things from the past that definitely influence your future, then this one is definitely for you. I, however, won't be picking it up again. And then because the bee sting took me so long, I picked up a small like picture book. This is something that is more for children, I'd say, but adults can definitely read this. It is The Worried Whippet. It is written by Jess Bolton and the illustrations are by Anna Piroli. It was quite cute. It is about a dog who suffers from anxiety, and ways for him to cope and things that help him to get out of his shell a bit. So yeah, definitely cute. Bit more for children. Bit cliche, I'd say, at some points, but you know, as a quick thing to read or as a suggestion for someone who could use a little book like this, I'd say it was definitely alright. Alright, that was August. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye!